guys, I just recently received a comment from one of my viewers asking me about my thoughts on riding in the rain. I'll tell you, the only time that I've ever crashed on a bike was on my 178cc scooter going around a sharp turn in torrential rain over some leaves. I've told you guys this in a few of my videos in the past, but it was in rain. And I'll tell you, in a car, any accidents that I've ever had was in rain. Anytime that you drive your car or ride your motorcycle in rain, you're increasing your risk of an accident. And a lot of you guys will say, you know, don't be a pussy, ride in the rain, you know, no big deal. I don't give a shit if you're as good as Rossi or any other track star. When you're out here on the streets, man, you're subject to the elements, the environment around you, the cars, you know. You're subject to road debris. You don't know what the road conditions are, you know. I'll tell you one thing, that leaves and rain are a motorcyclist's worst nightmare. I'd say wet leaves are probably worse than oil. Because, man, I tell you, that's what happened to me when I was on that scooter. I just went over those leaves. I was only doing about 20 miles per hour, and I just touched those leaves and BAM! Did a Hulk Hogan body slam on my ass, man. Next thing I know, I was on the ground sliding, and my scooter was flying over and ditched in somebody's yard, and then a car flew by within about 3 seconds of me hitting the ground. That's what I was telling you guys, to ride right of center on the road, because, man, had I been hanging out over here near the yellow line and I dropped down and my head hanging over the yellow line, man, my head could have got kicked down the street like a football. You know, it's like I say, guys, I just give you my opinion. You guys could do whatever the hell you want to do, but if I were you, try to avoid riding in rain at all possible costs. Look at the weather forecast. If it predicts a higher chance of rain, skip that day of riding, you know. Try to avoid it, because, you know, not only is rain bad for the road conditions as far as making the road slippery, and also if there's, you know, any oils or any fluids that are on the ground, the rain activates those fluids, the oil. So, I mean, you've got all kinds of, you know, elements that can make the road so much more slipperier for you. But more importantly, you can't control the cars, man. You know, a lot of people out there are riding around on bald tires. I was one of them in the past, you know, because I was trying to save some money. But I'll tell you guys, if a car slams on the brakes in torrential rain and they had bald tires, guess where they're going? Right up in the back of your ass, man. So that's why I tell you guys, man, it's really not safe to ride in the rain. Now, if you're out riding, you know, many times I'm out riding and it just starts raining, you know, no need to freak out and panic or anything. If it's raining, it starts raining really heavy, take cover, like go under a bridge or take cover somewhere until the rain subsides or stops. Because, you know, if it's torrential rain, also it's going to reduce your visibility and the car's visibility to be able to see you. So that's going to increase the risk as well of a possible accident. The name of the game to staying safe riding your bike here out on the streets is to reduce your percentage, your risk percentage. That's why I said there's a lot of techniques that you can do to reduce your risk percentage. Like I said, you know, make sure you're wearing highly visible gear, especially your helmet. Like I said, a light colored helmet, white or you know, neon yellow, like I have the neon green. And avoid riding in the rain or sleet or snow. You know, a lot of you guys are hard-headed and you want to do what you want to do, and you had to learn the hard way. I learned the hard way, man. I went out and it was raining. Actually, the day that I went down on that scooter, it was raining when I started out. And I was like, oh man, rain ain't shit, you know, big deal. You know, and I was riding. I was like, oh, this is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And sure enough, man, I went down that day. Because I got to the point, I guess I felt comfortable on the streets, and that's the worst thing you want to do. Don't ever get too comfortable on your bike, man, where you feel like you're just oblivious to anything that's around you or any of the road conditions or weather conditions, that you just think you're just 100%, you have this feeling of safety. Don't ever get that way. I mean, I'm not saying that you should ride around in fear, which you never want to do. Don't ever ride in fear, ever. But always look out always be highly aware of cars around you. Always try to keep at least a couple of car lengths in front of the and back of the car in front of you, and pay attention. Look in your rearview mirrors on occasion. Get a sense of the car behind you. If they start getting up too close on your tail, pull over on the side of the road and let them pass you, man. Because especially if it's in rain. Because if they stay on your ass like that and you have to do a sudden stop, man, it's a high chance that they can be run into the back of your bike. And so yeah, that's just my take on it. I try to avoid the rain like the plague, but if it does rain, what I'll do is I'll ride slower than normal, and be very, very cautious going around turns. Take it a lot slower around turns. Like I said, if somebody's trailing you, pull over on the side of the road, let them pass you. And even take a rural route. Take like a route that where there's going to be a lot less traffic. And that'll help you stay, reduce the risk a little bit for you. But I don't know, that's all I really had for you. Also, riding at night too, I might as well throw that in there too. Really, you want to try to avoid riding at night. I know a lot of you guys will say, oh, it's a lot less traffic at night and you feel maybe a lot safer on the roads, but you have to understand there's a lot of drunks riding at night. And also, not only that, you have a lot of animals that like to run across the street at night, especially the deer. And but if you do want to ride at night, just make sure you're wearing high vis. Make sure you're wearing the reflective vest or very high vis gear, or maybe even gear that glows in the dark. And because if you ever go down at night, that way they can see you. So a car doesn't run over your ass. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys. Just avoid riding in the rain, and take it easy out there on the streets. And we'll see you in the next video. I have a bunch of maintenance videos coming up. I'm still working on it. I have a lot of raw video footage that I have to go through and edit. And so I'll try to do a video at a time. Try to get at least 1 or 2 videos a week. You can always count on the Moto vlog every Thursday, of course. But in addition to that, I will have the maintenance videos up soon. And I'm really loving these mirrors, man. These mirrors are awesome. From the alphamoto.com. You might want to check them out. Check out my previous video if you haven't seen it yet. And I do a comparison between the OEM mirrors and these aftermarket mirrors. So that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, just drop a comment, or if you want to add to the conversation, drop a comment. So hey guys, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day here in this nice 67-degree weather here. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Hey, subscribe to my blog over at CycleCruza.com for tips and great deals. Also, click like on my Facebook page for new updates, and that's Facebook.com/CycleCruza1.